Things really aren't looking good for the Intellivision Amico. We've talked quite a bit about this. Yeah, anybody who has criticisms or just looks at the facts are haters, right? No, it's just, some things are based in realism, fact, and some things are fantasy, right? And I just go off of what I see out there and form my opinions based on that. But, if you go on the Intellivision website, look at their FAQ, frequently asked questions concerning the Amico. They say they're currently targeting the release of the Amico for the first quarter of 2022. We know that's not going to happen. Already, 3 or 4 delays? The games aren't ready. The UI is not 100%. There's a lot of things not going on. Where's the manufacturing? Are these things on their way? Are they on a ship out there at Long Beach waiting to be brought in? First quarter 2022 ends in a month. They have 1 month to get these out to people, or to start getting them out to people. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, right? When you go and look at every place where Intellivision posts, at least from what they officially advertise that they post on their YouTube channel, last thing that they put out was that Intellivision Amico family trailer, which was essentially just a video to attract investors. It really wasn't a family trailer. It was like, hey, invest in us. Retro gaming is difficult. 2-button controllers are hard to use, type of thing. The Amico is going to bring families back together after they've been torn apart because of the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox, and PlayStation just being complicated, scary stuff out there. It's just nuts. So come to the Amico. Let's be friends. Not happening, not happening at all. Go to their Instagram. They haven't posted in forever on Instagram from what it looks like. I don't really use Instagram, but I logged in just to check when their last post was. It was a while ago. Facebook, last thing was just advertising their Start Engine campaign with their family trailer, right? Tweets, the same thing. When you look at their latest tweets, their pinned tweet was from last year. But the last interaction that they really had, besides this retweet, whatever, was their post about the family trailer. Well, okay, what's really going on here? So if we go to their Start Engine campaign, which we have looked at in the past when they first put this live, and surprisingly, they got 54 investors at $58,000. What did they need? $5 million? Plus another 5 million, right? Or get 10 million from some random, special investor or something. Well, I mean, they're saying essentially from what I'm reading, as you could see, let's blow that up a little bit. This Intellivision offering is now closed, no longer accepting investments, right? So this is closed. This is closed out. And they're essentially saying that this was sabotaged from all the haters, right? At least that's what I am gathering. I tried looking through the comments section. Let's scroll down there a bit. Whenever I click comments, it doesn't take you directly to the comments, takes you up there somewhere. But, there's just people with questions. Sure, there's some trolls here and there, but I don't really think any of that has to do with people not investing. It's just the overall picture. The interactions out there from your boy Tommy Tallarico, right? Now, don't get it twisted. I don't have any personal grudge against Tommy Tallarico and Intellivision, their employees as a whole. Nothing like that. Never been a friend with Tommy Tallarico. I've had, a few brief conversations with him in the past. He was asking about being, maybe being interviewed on the channel. I've said before, I'm not a people person. I don't do interviews. It's not the kind of thing I'm good at. You know what I mean? So I passed on that kind of stuff. But at the same time, just because he approached me, I never thought oh, we're friends, we're cool. But there's so many people out there that were oh, we're friends of Tallarico. There's that whole group. And I talked about that early on in my Intellivision videos. It's okay, I give him props for going out there, but it just caused a big shitstorm with all the crap he was saying out there towards any kind of criticism, right? And there were so many people that they mimicked his behavior because they were friends of Tallarico. And they were duped. They were used. They were tossed to the side. Where's Tallarico for you now, right? Yeah, he went on YouTube channels, small, big, medium, all in between, because he went wherever he could go. It wasn't any in particular person. He asked tons of people. He like put himself out there. Do you want to interview me on your channel? No. And then a lot of people, oh my God, yes. Like somebody with 100 subscribers and only 2 viewers or something. Hell yeah. Like, let's have Tallarico on. He's a name people know. So fine, that's great and all, but like those people started mimicking his outlook, his attitude, you know, the stuff he was saying. I've had a lot of people attack me. And here's the thing: is Intellivision failing because of the haters? What is that? Like the quote unquote haters? You know, the trolls, the people who criticized this thing, had valid criticisms, had, you know, even people who pre-ordered the damn thing and were skeptical along the way with all the weird shit that was going on. Like, was that the problem? Is that why all this has gone down? Is it because of the criticism, or is it because of crap like this? And this is just a small snippet. I found this image on the interwebs of a lot of like documentation over the past few years of a lot of crap he said, you know, criticizing the criticizers, but, you know, calling people narcissists and cowards and immature intellectually, mentally unstable, gaming racist. What the frick does that mean? There, I said it. It's just like, clearly there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the mentality here. There's been so many companies out there, man, big and small, who get criticized, man, for the things they do. And you know what? Sometimes some of these companies just don't bother addressing that, and it just kind of it gets brushed under the rug, and nobody thinks about it after a month or two. And then sometimes they look at it as valid criticism and they address it in a positive manner, and life goes on. Not these fools. That's not the way it went. Like, I understand Tommy Tallarico, you know, he's however he thinks, like, you got to defend. You got to be out there defending what you're putting your blood, sweat, and tears into, right? I get it, but, you know, with a company that is a name that, you know, 50-year-old dudes, like, essentially are the target market, not what they say on their website. What do they say on their website? Target audience. Everyone who wants to have fun playing simple pick up and play video games with their friends and family. Games are designed. No. It's the wisdom tree shit and the 50-year-olds who have some kind of nostalgia for a console that went up against the Atari and then ultimately did great for a short while and then fizzled out. And it had, like, that moment in time, there was people who really loved the system and they held on to that, just like myself and plenty of other people hold on to certain things as well. But that's your target market, man. And television hasn't been around for a long, like, over the years, putting out new stuff to bring in new audiences. Your audience is from the late 70s, early 80s. And those people who were like really into it at that time, they're in their 40s and 50s now. And not all of them have the same level of nostalgia for the system. That's the target audience. So, I mean, I don't know what these people are on about, man. That's the target audience. And the target audience is fairly slim. And, you know, for them to be blaming, I saw this article, and I've seen it posted in a few places, that the Intellivision CFO blames critics for the failed Start Engine campaign, pretty much saying that the venture capital firms we were farthest along with were no different. This required us to change our funding strategy, so we began to look at alternative options. Given the pervasive activity of critics on this site, it's the people in the comments on the Start Engine that fucked it up. It has become obvious that this offering has been permanent. Almost died on that one. That it's become obvious that this offering has been permanently derailed. This will now require the company to focus its efforts on other sources of investment to continue to push forward. And push forward is what they need to do because they have no money. They've been paying people with nothing to show for the past couple years, it seems. Like, really, go back and look at everything that they've showcased, everything that they've said, the price points, how things have continually rised and changed. It's been very fluid and just, it's been a wave, like whatever direction. It's been kind of a crazy thing. Ultimately, I just have to say it. Do I wish them to fail? No. Why would I wish anybody to fail? I want to see you succeed. I want to see you get this damn thing out there, so people can judge it in a final manner. Be like, this is the biggest piece of shit ever that plays mobile games. Or you know what? There's something to it. The controllers are intuitive. the design, the games. Like, yeah, there's something here that might not be immediately visible, but when you get your hands on it, which you already hear from people who've been invited to certain things, or like, you know, the 9/11, the tragedy celebration at Boomers out there somewhere, go play the Amico and celebrate a national tragedy type of thing. Very select few people in the know or in the right place, the right time, having a chance to play this thing for a photo op or whatever. Yeah, those people, of course, man. Oh yeah, it's fucking awesome. But I guarantee you, like, not everybody feels that way. You know, the ones who seek it out are going there and they want to enjoy it. They want to love what they see. Maybe they did, but until it's in the general public's hands and more people get to check it out than just a select few in a basement somewhere, like, nobody knows, right? And it just seems too far along with nothing going on. They're running out of money. The company's like on the verge of like going bankrupt, essentially, it looks like. Who knows what's going to go on? Is this offering now closed and they did get that like angel investor, like somebody gave them 10 million bucks? Okay, you guys got enough money to rent these office spaces you have across the world for a console that's not out there? What the fuck is all that about? Like, all these damn offices that they have. Like, like, what is this freaking, like, where do they have offices at? I know it says at the bottom of their page: Irvine, Salt Lake City, San Francisco, Dubai, and Nuremberg. Why do you have so many offices across the world? How does that make sense? Employees across all that money, like, they got from if they got it from Republic and whatnot and whatever other, that shit's all burned up. It's gone, man. Like, that was paid to employees for rental space for game development. That did, like, I don't know, man. What's going on here? What does this say? Live in 2 days. Oh, that's something else. Yeah, so I want to see this thing come out, but it's not looking good, man. Unless they got that investment somewhere else and they got saved, who knows, man. Let me know what you guys think down below. I just had to talk on this one. Somebody also mentioned that Intellivision is supposed to have an announcement tomorrow. I haven't seen where that has been said or stated or brought up that there's going to be some big announcement, but if there is, we'll follow along, see what they got to say. Maybe they got that money. Maybe they're ready to ship Q1. Have to wait and see. Let me know what you think down below. Appreciate you guys. Bye.